First of all, I want to thank you guys for coming. It means a lot. Fatah, Jimmy, myself, we always been kind of a team, actually family. I started here. I'm 25 years old today, but when I started, I was about 14 years old. I started training here downstairs, and it was like still open. Back in 2004, we had a jiu-jitsu instructor that kind of mentored me and led me to where I am today. And just a little background, I started training, and I didn't know anything. I didn't know what jiu-jitsu was. That's when I started training. And Flavio used to teach downstairs. And Jimmy had already done judo, started training with Flavio. Flavio was a great student, and a great teacher. And we started training, and I was in middle school at the time, about 8th grade. And when I went to high school, we started getting a lot of troubles. Started getting involved in gangs, a lot of drugs, and started hanging out with the wrong people. And that's when I fell off a little bit, like for 6 months, and I wasn't training at all, But I always came here, I always lived in the neighborhood, used to come in every now and then and lift weights and whatnot. And I always looked up to Jimmy. I always wanted to be really big and buff like Jimmy. And so he was one of my mentors. And so when I got back after a year later, I got in lots of trouble. I went to juvenile hall, and the sport was one of the things that God used, was a tool to change my life. If it wasn't for the gym here and being here and the resources that we had, jiu-jitsu, we had capoeira, Mark Tabuso, a lot of world champions, a lot of guys who were really top-notch, and they really gave us not only the martial arts, but till this day, Danny, myself, I've been jiu-jitsu teacher here, and even to this day, we have amazing instructors. People who not only know the art of jiu-jitsu or the art of Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, and bodybuilding as they do, but they teach you, and they, it's kind of like a father, it's kind of like a mother, that they lead you in the right way. They don't come in here, and when you take a class, they don't just sit here and they teach you about bodybuilding. Jimmy, every time we talk, it's always about, I always learn something. There's so much wisdom that he has, and I can always take back when I get out of here. I always feel fulfilled, it's like an amazing session. So going back, when I got back, I was about 17 and got arrested, and I was out for a year, and I said, this time I'm giving my life to God, and I gotta change. And people started planting seeds in my heart to fight mixed martial arts, so I started fighting. I did my first fight when I was 18 years old. Jimmy always trained me, strength training, conditioning, and I went 3-0 as an amateur. After that, I went pro, and today I'm a professional, and I got a world title. It's up there. I got the world title back in 2009, and went and defended it, and now I have 12 MMA fights, But Physique has always been in my heart, It's the place that changed my life. And I urge you guys, and I encourage you, if your kids are not here, or even yourself, just come here, get a workout. Kids need something to look forward to. They need something to discipline themselves, to make them a better person. And that, I would sacrifice a lot of things so that I could come here and teach or fight. Just like Jimmy, he said, he used to go out and people would be like, "You going home?" He's like, "Yeah, I got training in the morning, So I would sacrifice like he would do. I could sacrifice a lot of things for the sport, And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have anything to look forward to. And I would think I was just, the road that I was walking in, it would have been really hard and tough, and I probably would be in prison today, if it wasn't for the sport, if it wasn't for a man like he is, to kind of lead me in the right direction, always giving me, pointers and teach me how to walk like a man, teach how to be a man and things like that. And I thank both of you for being here and even through the tough times, and you guys still stick it out. It's not only for yourself. They don't think about themselves. They think like, if you leave, then what happens to the people? It's not even about the money or self-glory. It's about being here for you guys. So thank you.
World champion right here, ladies and gentlemen, Osman Lima. World champion, and your main fighter. Blessed to have you. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you.
Okay.